Chris Jones. Oh yeah, let me... Messy. Let me start off by saying, last night, probably said a few things about you personally that were a little over the top. So, accept my apologies. So, when I'm here, Chris, I'm here to get this whole ridiculous situation sorted out because it's just become a joke. We are looking like jokes. The groups are looking like jokes. You know, we can't. It's like we couldn't organise a fucking piss up in a brewery. How do we expect to help anybody in this situation? We can't even get on top of our own situations. So, when I'm here, let's get some sensibility into this whole situation. Now, you guys over there are claiming that Addy's broken some cardinal offence of sharing sensitive and personal information. Now, let me tell you, and I do mean this on the heart, I don't know of that. Now, the reason I don't know of that, mate, is because I'm a chef and I go to work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I finish at 12 o'clock at night. So I haven't really seen any sensitive information. Now, let me tell you, we have spoken about members. We've spoken about admins and BBB. But I didn't think that was anything sensitive. I think that's just general discussion, mate. And I think you guys, if you're honest, do that about us. So let's put that to one side. I'd also like to say that, you know, if you have 4 months of information regarding Addy's comments, well, personally, I'd like to see that information. Now, you don't have to put that out publicly. You don't have to do that. You can PM it to me, and if I believe that you've got a case for that situation, I will take action accordingly. I can promise you that. But quite honestly, I have not seen anything of a personal nature about any of you. So, moving along. But I would just like to add to that, because I do find it a little, if I'm honest, a little hypocritical that you can be, you know, going on about CA3 and painting everybody with the same brush. Let's remember, Addy was one of your trusted admins. You know, one of your trusted admins. And you have also used means, you know, because where did you get that information from? You must have got it from one of our ex-admins. And I believe I know who that is, and I'll be speaking with him in the morning. So, I mean, it's a little hypocritical, isn't it, to say we've been in your chat and you've been in our chat. Listen, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really interested in what goes in your chat. And I don't suppose you're interested in what goes on in our chat. I don't spend that much of my time in there, to be honest, if I'm honest. It's just of a nature that it's not really me. I'd rather get on with what we need to get on with. Anyway, let's move on from that point. I'm going to suggest a compromise here, a compromise that will work for everybody. And I've suggested, you know damn well, Chris, that I've suggested on 5 or 6 times that we sort something out. I've emailed it to you. You know that, and you know it's no good just demonising us, Chris. You know that to be fact. So the suggestion is, Chris, is 3 of your admins are quite welcome into, if you want, into administration. If you want, they can come into the chat rooms. So you guys then, over at Beat the Bailiffs, can be securing whatever it is you feel that's so sensitive that, so you'll know. You'll have just as much knowledge of what's going on as we of what's going on. Now, I'm going to suggest that you allow 3 members of CA3 into your group. Now, and I've been quite fair here, Chris, and honest with you. you can take over 3 of my best admins. And I've got some really, really good ones, really strong people in the community. Now, they would be benefit to you. They would be a benefit to you. And I know you've got some good ones. So there's the compromise, Chris. But here we have to deal with that compromise, which is I'm quite prepared to have, and I'm quite prepared to have you in the group, Chris, because really I don't have anything at all against you, Chris. If I'm really honest, I don't have anything at all against you. But what does need to stop, though, Chris, is because what I am sick and tired of, and this is probably the reason I reared up on my giddy horse last night, is because I am sick to death, Chris, of the constant stabs by Wesley. I'm sick to death of hearing things like in Beat the Bailiffs. Oh, if you're in Russell's group, or if you're in CA3, or if you're on Russell, well, unfriend me. I mean, you shouldn't be allowing stuff like that to be said, because I wouldn't allow that stuff on the wall at CA3. I wouldn't. If somebody was having a go at you, my friend, I'd say, listen, you sort your head out or you get out of the group. Now, if you want confirmation of that, because we do operate a zero bullying nature within the group, if you do it, you'll be warned. If you continue, you'll be kicked out. And the process will take 3 minutes. It's as simple as that. Now, that's Paul Webster. We had an admin that was being trained up, belittling Paul's work. I wasn't having it. I'll kick the admin out, because I don't allow bullying. And let's not forget, and because I am sick of repeating this whole issue started months ago with J. Brad bullying Joanna Brisdale in the group. So I kicked him out. And this seems to be getting lost in the whole equation. People are saying, no, it's okay for J. Brad to be bullying. It's okay for J. Well, it's not. It's not okay for anybody to be bullying, and you know damn well that shouldn't be happening, Chris. And you know damn well that you shouldn't be letting Wesley just run amok, stabbing at Charlie Alpha 3 is gone for a burn. It's really, really childish, Chris. But it is annoying. It is annoying because every opportunity he gets, mate, he's got to be sticking it in, and it's really childish. But it's annoying. It's annoying. So you should be stopping that, Chris, as your group leader or as the founder of your group, as I would do in mine. And people will testify to that. That is the case. So that's got to stop, Chris. So there's a compromise. Do you want the unification or don't you want the unification? I can't say fairer than that. But if this stuff is going to continue, well, I tell you what, I'm not even going to make any more videos on the situation. I'm just not going to have anything at all to do with this, because it's beyond childish. It's beyond childish. Now let's move on. If you want that compromise, and if you people out there think that's a fair compromise, well then you should be getting behind this. I got a funny feeling I know what some of your admins are going to say, Chris. But you're running that group, Chris, as I'm running my group. Now, if some of my admins don't like it, I'm running the group. If that's the compromise that's needed, that's the compromise that shall happen. Now let's crack on, mate, and let's stop with the rubbish. I'll speak to you later, Chris. Take care.